Now, there are like 200 quadrillion videos about this game on YouTube already. Like, what's the best base? How can I get power to my house? Where are all the water outposts? Can I put my Wilkins into a zombie? And so on. So this video will be more like a brief breakdown of the stylistic elements and the overall structure of this game, with the intent to help you decide if you should spend the big bucks and download this game. State of Decay 2 is an open world zombie survival made by Undead Labs and published by Microsoft Studios on May the 22nd. It focuses on rebuilding society by growing a small community in the heart of the Zombpoc. You must scavenge for resources, build up defenses, grow your community and keep them happy, make allies, try to find and kill the source of the nearby infections, and of course, mash thousands of zombies to bits. You don't have one single character that you control, but instead you control the whole community. You change characters constantly, like a hive mind. It is about your crew, not you nor one particular character. Of course, you will always have your favorites, so I like to keep the pussies at home to tend with the garden and clean up the turds while my alphas go out and wreck up the joint. The more you play with one character, the better their stats will become and the more specialized and badass they will become as well. But they will eventually get tired and inevitably injured, and so you can't just play with one character the whole time. You will need to switch it up and level up several characters in your community. Once your community gets too large, you will need to relocate to find a more appropriate base. I found this sweet storage locker and have been trying to pimp it out. I failed terribly at first and my community is fucking miserable. If my gang gets too sad, they will start fights, tire easily, threaten to leave and actually leave, and make more mistakes which will cost you valuable resources. So it is very much a balancing game. You have to keep your community safe and happy. You can do this in multiple ways, but the essentials are food, medicine, security, and shelter. After a while, you will need to pick a leader, and then you kind of follow their story in order to finish the game. You will also need to wipe out these plague hearts, which is the main focus of the game, I suppose.
Looks like another plague heart over there.
In terms of the main enemy, anyway. Then once you killed all 10 hearts in a region, you will get your chosen leader's legacy mission. Upon completing that, you win? I'm pretty sure I haven't got that far yet, as this game is fucking intense, and there is so much to do and stay on top of. It's kind of overwhelming. This game, especially if you haven't played State of Decay 1, has a very steep learning curve, and then this is a semi-realistic zombie survival game, at least it tries to be. I'll explain more about that in a bit. The pressure is constantly on, and every decision you make will affect your playthrough, which brings me to the most interesting part of this game. No saving and no pausing. Okay, so the game kind of auto-saves, but you can't manually save before doing a mission or anything, and thus you can't load from a previous game. Your game just keeps going, so every decision must be taken seriously, as there is absolutely no going back, unless of course you want to start from the very beginning again. This means if a character dies, they are dead and gone forever. You can't just reload from 2 hours ago or from yesterday or a month ago, so you have to keep your gang safe. You can pause in offline mode, but for example, every time you open the map or menu, excusing the main menu, the game will continue to run in the background, so when playing, it's fucking intense. My advice is if you need to chill out to recollect your thoughts for a bit in order to plan your next move, stay in your well-fortified base or climb up a ladder, as no zombies can climb ladders in this game. So you will always be safe on the top of a watchtower or a roof, until you run out of resources. Remember, the clock is always ticking. So this game attempts to create a realistic zombie survival mode, and it's pretty good. It definitely feels fresh, but it can be a bit grindy at times. Until you set up a base that is semi-self-sufficient, it gets tough. I think I have too many community members at this stage, and my resources are constantly running out. But I can't just kill or exile these poor bastards. I mean, I can, the game allows for that, but I just don't have that in me. Or do I? I forgot to bring a gun, so killing these traitors was fucking tough. But I, did it anyway. The game does look like shit though. I mean, look at this face. What the hell? He looks like a burn victim or a Botoxed 70-year-old actor that no one remembers anymore. Looks like a console clone from 5 years ago. The zombie skins are all the same too, which is lame. It's a similar issue to what I had with Dying Light. They all just look the same. Even the main characters look the same. Look, here's my boy Jake. That's my name. This is my warrior. This motherfucker will slice and dice 20 zombies without breaking a sweat. And look, we meet some random dudes cruising around the Zombpoc. And what? Long lost twin brother? No, I mean, it's just another skin, just another random. I mean, it's pretty cheap looking, but after the first hour, it stopped bothering me because this game is more about base building and scavenging and reclaiming the earth from the undead. It's not really about the aesthetics, at least that's how it's looks. The vehicle handling is fantastic, but you churn through fuel at an unrealistic rate. But fortunately, fuel is everywhere and you can make it at your base anyway, with the right mods, of course. So overall, it's a pretty interesting and quite addictive game, especially if you love zombie shit, which if you know anything about me, you know I sure do. But it's not perfect. The game puts a lot of pressure on you to get grinding for resources all the time. Instead of just eliminating plague hearts and mashing down zombies, I feel like I'm too busy gathering shit instead of making allies and doing missions. Probably this is because my base setup is a bit shit. I should have less people at this stage and better facilities. I should just watch one of those million base building videos, but I do enjoy figuring this stuff out for myself. The exploration is half the fun, but like I said, the learning curve is huge. I didn't even know I had a radio until like 5 hours into the game. That was pretty noob. So hopefully this small guide helps you make a decision as to whether or not you should buy the game. If you like zombie stuff and have some spare cash, have a fuckload of time to learn the intricacies of this game, then yeah, maybe State of Decay 2 is for you. I'm liking it so far, but probably I feel like I won't play it a second time, but who knows? What did you think of State of Decay 2? Ball sacks or not half bad? Thanks for watching, friends.